Penguin Random House Audio presents From Dude to Dad, The Diaper Dude Guide to Pregnancy by Pegula and Frank Meyer. Read for you by Ramón de Ocampo. To Meredith, my soulmate, best friend, and muse. I love you. And Dad, thank you for being an example I hope to be able to live up to. I love you. How we got here. I wake up to the sound of crying. Barely coherent, my brain still asleep, I glance at the clock and make out the time. It's 5 a.m. Crap. I roll over to find my wife gone. In a slow-motion panic, I drag my body out of bed. As I struggle to open my eyes, which have been sealed shut by sleep, I am following the sounds of sobbing toward the bathroom, when I hear something drop to the floor. Uh-oh. Has she received some late-night bad news? Did somebody die? As I scurry toward the light, I catch a glimpse through a crack in the door of my wife holding what looks like a thermometer. Double crap. Just as I psych myself up for an early morning CVS run for meds or cough syrup or whatever it is she needs, I hear the words, "We're pregnant!" Thump. It hits like a rock. All the color drains from my face, and tears roll down my cheeks. Tears of joy or fear? I'm not sure, but it is the moment I've been waiting for my whole life. It's really happening. What do I know about parenting? Sometimes I forget to feed the dog. What if I forget to feed the kid? Are you sure? I ask. I took the test 3 times, she replies through the biggest smile I have ever seen in my life. As I gaze at this woman who will soon be raising our children and providing our family with wisdom and guidance, my life flashes across my brain. My first kiss with Carrie Gambetti, playing spin the bottle in the garage at her birthday party. Sister Natalie, my high school sex ed teacher, who taught me that I'd go straight to hell with no parole if I even thought about doing it. Which I was okay with as long as I got to touch some boobs at some point in my life. Scoring for the first time at a Friday night football game with Cindy Borowski. And I'm not talking about a field goal. My first car, my first job, sex, college, meeting my wife, proposing to her on one knee, sex, our wedding, even better, our wedding night, the honeymoon, more sex. So what's going to happen now? Will I ever be able to hang with the guys again? Am I allowed to have fun once I'm a dad? What if we suck at this parenting game? Do they take your kids away? How will my wife's body change? Will we ever have sex again? Any of this sound familiar? Dude, relax. If you're anything like me, and according to many women we're all exactly the same, all of this stuff crossed your mind when you found out you were going to be a dad. It's normal. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. But it wouldn't hurt to get a few pointers. A roadmap, if you will, as to what lies ahead. That is what this book is for. One of the reasons I wrote this book was because when my wife got pregnant, there wasn't much on the shelves for men explaining what to do when she's expecting. Oh, there were plenty of books for women about the ins and outs of childbirth, but the options for dads were slim. Either they were these clinical, scientific tomes that read like homework, or they were nudge, nudge, wink, wink, sarcastic in tone. Lots of dick jokes and boob humor. Not really my style, and definitely nothing my wife would ever buy me. So I thought, maybe it was time for something that tells dads what to do when their partner is pregnant in an honest, factual, fun way. A book that takes you step by step through all 3 trimesters, plus the prep to get there, and the aftermath. It's Pregnancy 101 from the dude's point of view. Throughout this book, you'll learn what you need to know when she gets pregnant, how to handle the big news, how early you can start telling folks, and which doctor appointments are important for you to attend. You will learn also how you can help your partner, how you can maintain a strong relationship with your significant other while helping her through pregnancy. And yes, we will discuss your sex life for the next 9 months. Allow me to cut right to the chase on that one. You'll still have one. Dude, don't worry. Life ain't over. As your kids grow up, being a dad is an ever-changing role, but probably the most baffling time is those first 9 months when your wife or partner is carrying the child. So much information comes flying at you, and the idea that you too will become 3 is exciting, but terrifying. Again, don't worry. I went through this stuff 3 times, and even started my own business based on what I learned from being a dad. In fact, it might help to know how I started that business, so you know where I'm coming from and why I strongly believe you can maintain your own identity while still being a dad. Allow me to give you a little history lesson. The Diaper Dude Philosophy. One day, about a decade ago, my very pregnant wife Meredith came home from shopping armed with a dozen flowery diaper bags. I took one look at them and said, "Is one of these supposed to be for me?" She said I could take my pick. My eyes glazed over looking at one girly pink sack after the other before I muttered, "There's no way in hell I can walk around with that strapped to my side. Can't you find one that is more, manly?" She assured me they didn't make diaper bags for men and just to pick one and get over it. "Hell, I could make one better than these things," I boasted. She laughed. At the time, I was an actor and a stay-at-home dad with my own dog-walking business. Since I really wanted something that reflected my style, and there was nothing out there, I decided to start my own company. Problem was, I had no retail or manufacturing experience, no idea how to even begin such an endeavor, and had never run a large business before. But it seemed like there was a need for products for fathers, and I decided to go for it. I launched Diaper Dude a little over 10 years ago on Father's Day, and things took off from there. What started off as a simple concept to make a cool diaper bag for myself eventually turned into my mission statement. You do not have to lose who you are when you become a dad. There's this idea that once you become a parent, your life is over and you must totally transform yourself to fit the role of a dad. Many guys think, "Oh shit, I'm stuck with a family, I can't be spontaneous or travel anymore, none of my friends will think I'm still cool with a kid around," and so on. Those fears were there for me too, until I realized that having kids was actually an amazing new chapter in my life, and that I was gaining incredible life experiences that far outweighed those from my life as a bachelor. Sure, life got a little more complex, but being a father gave me a whole new outlook on life. The truth is, you can still be who you are after you become a parent. You simply gain a bigger world in which to be yourself. And it's not all about you anymore. Your universe expands to include your child and the lady in your life. And remember, her life is changing too. It's often difficult for men to feel connected to the experience their wife or partner is going through. She has a baby growing inside of her. Her body is changing, and she is showing all these strange symptoms you barely understand. Weight gain, cravings, mood swings. We're left to the side, scratching our heads, thinking, where do I fit in? How do I handle all of this? I hope this book can show you that you count too. You have just as important a role to play. This is your baby too. Hey, it takes 2 to tango, and 2 to make a baby. But you figured that out by now, right? Please say yes. Chapter 0. Before the countdown begins. Meredith and I were both 27.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?